Well, I can tell you that people inside the White House are very worried about this. A source close to Trump reacting to this news told us, I must admit, a bit of concern about what he would do backed into a corner. So the president's people know that this is a very different moment. Maggie Haberman of the New York Times reporting this morning that a new conversation about impeachment, new worries about it. So one of the things that changed today is that corruption now becomes a central issue in the midterms. We're just about to come to Labor Day, the sort of marker of the final sprint of the campaign. Yep. And now you're going to have people talking constantly about this issue. One Republican said to me, it makes it seem like the Republican Party is a criminal organization.
Well, that, of course, is just an allegation out there, Mike. We need to make that clear. But when you talk about the impact on the midterms here, I can tell you, listening to President Trump at the rally in West Virginia overnight, it seems to me that his base in many ways is cheering him on every time he mentions fake news, the fact that there has been no collusion here. And investors today are wondering what this means for key economic policies, primarily trade. Will this be a distraction, or could it really force President Trump to double down on trade rhetoric if he does feel backed into a corner, as you've suggested?
Well, that's a great point. And one thing that we're hearing from the White House is that they're continuing to feel very strong about their view on trade in China. That's one place the president feels like he's winning. And the person who recently spent a lot of time talking with the president about trade said that this is the one issue where he feels comfortable and where he feels like he's right, and where other people in the White House and congressional Republicans agree with him. Others in the White House and people on Capitol Hill feel very differently about tariffs for Europe, but on China they all seem to be in agreement. So that seems to be a place where the president plans to stick with where he's been, and it's a place that he can go out and say to his followers, I'm sticking with what I told you I'm doing.
Mike, some very strong comments coming from Michael Cohen's attorney, Lanny Davis, in fact, speaking on MSNBC, suggesting that Cohen could be willing to participate in any questions in the Mueller probe. If it gets to that, do the risks here, even talking about the potential for impeachment proceedings, become more serious?
Well, for sure, and this is one of the reasons that the president was so glum tonight on Air Force One going to and from that event, because until now, Republicans have said, if Democrats talk about impeachment, it helps us because it makes the Democrats seem obsessed with me, and it makes Democrats look desperate. But now there's so much more to go on. And so in the American system, impeachment's a two-part process. First, the House of Representatives would have to vote to impeach. Senate, which will remain dominated by Republicans, would have to convict. So,
hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.